Tron is a dynamic media concept beginning with the 1982 American science fiction action-adventure film written and directed by Steven Lisberger. This movie was revolutionary for its time, which more or less fell flat regarding additional content in the coming years. But fans still clamored over the initiative of the film, which pioneered the earliest days of CGI, to influence the eventual Tron guy media sensation. Not until 2010 did the partitioned fan favorite Tron Legacy drop in front of the grid to a theater near you, creating a new and updated design schematic for a somewhat murky franchise that had developed a torrential cult following. In this film, things look bleak for Kevin Flynn, as his once influential character completely goes off the grid, no pun intended, only to be discovered as a hermit hidden away in his own programming database for nearly 20 years. Fortunately, somebody had paid the power bill on that, despite the fact that his arcade had been shut down for nearly the entire time. Moving on. The content of this story was vast, and the environments of the Tron City were mesmerizing. If only there were more content to explore. But there was, with PS3's Tron Evolution, where you get to live some of the scenes that aren't captured in the blockbuster Disney film. For those wanting a rounded storyline, there unfortunately isn't one, as Disney decided to bifurcate already limited storyline material by adding in viruses as the main antagonist in the game, to include melding this new concept in with Clue's overthrow of Flynn. Anyone out there feel like Tron Multiverse is in the works? Or since the grid is all digital, would this really be separate partitions in a large database? With multiple iterations of the same programs, so really we're seeing multiple renditions of Clue overthrowing Flynn. Would that mean that there's multiple copies of Flynn? Probably. But let's move on. Overall, if you're wanting more ISO-related content like how they came to be, that short 10-second clip from 2010 film will just have to do, because Tron Uprising certainly won't do it justice. The truth of the matter is, while Tron is arguably a large fan base, they aren't numerous enough and the franchise isn't profitable enough for droves of content to come out in theaters. To include the game, while encompassing awe-inspiring graphics, is challenging, not user-friendly, and the average player will get de-rezzed about 1,000 times before completing the game. Yep. Apparently in this version of Tron, not only are there homegrown viruses, there is an ability to back up your character into an insurmountable number of copies. With such culprits as Frozen driving Disney's profit-seeking baselines, films like Tron are of fan origin and often lucky to get through the company's board of directors because, let's face it, the bottom line is just not the B category, i.e. $1 billion or more. But perhaps there is a future for Tron, and more content to come out. After all, Disney did make a ride, which is a great time if you have the opportunity, albeit it's on the short side, and the Imagineers did an outstanding job with the finished product.